Interesting that now we have the competitor came to me as I joined IIT Delhi as a professor in 2000, in 90, is now our product is obsolete now. You should nobody's buying our product, and because colleagues we design registered the shape, because of the shape, the tenders were saying Saplan will come. And no other company was able to produce. So this is a very, very interesting case study of design registrations, where the tender gives your design registration as their spec. How can anybody else supply any other products with single tenders and all the pumps are supplied by LNG and LNG huge amount of money. Then we came back to our company called Nimco, and this was my PhD topic, technology, new materials, new situations. This one completely wiped out. We said a small company. We call it serial innovation, you completely wipe out. A large company, the product is not taking forward. Similarly, for another project, these are social projects are still talking all over the country and get all new which we could create and take things forward. So that's it, colleague. This is my last slide where I'm showing the connection. We have a little time for question and answers. And can I stop sharing, Shruti?
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, sir, for driving us through this powerful intersection of design-driven innovation and focused entrepreneurship. So your insights was truly inspiring, and I'm pretty sure that we'll be having many queries from participants too. So I think we will now open our floor for questions.
Yeah, welcome. Thank you so much.
So participants, kindly unmute yourself. Or one, Dr. Manoj has raised.
Yeah, please not go ahead.
Hello.
Hello, Manoj.
Good afternoon, sir. How are you?
Very good, thank you.
Your presentation was very good and quite knowledgeable. I am looking over the IPR in MJP Gulkar University, Bareilly. So we have also filed around more than 150 patents and design registrations so far in this year. So actually hard to get the registration and do the things, but the way that you have provided us a path how the things can be, when we do this real-time situation, the things are different. Whereas we generally go for a registration for our design, which may not be useful at all sometimes. And most of design are that, in that perspective, a chunk of design are those which are not so useful as such. So how can we motivate the students and extend the work of the student in order to get the registration and design and respected also?
So very good question. So what happens is generally when I teach a course on patent and design registration, I take up all the earlier students' projects and we actually design register them and design patent them in the intellectual property, because it's business, right? So out of the 30 in my class, 2 of them got technology transfers. So out of 32 people got money for their work. So we have to make it very light, we have to make it very entrepreneurial, and we have to say that there is some market somewhere for the tech. So what happens is we may not identify that as available, but the motivation from point of view of market could be there. So we need to convince from that point of view that you are workflow for a user because for somewhere across the world. In fact, earlier there was a company in Ahmedabad which was designing 3D models of wings, and you can see a product out of it, and you can do much more. So you have to have a selling department also. We have a selling department in IIT Bombay, through our data and these others. So they actually promote through industries all the patents available, and sometimes we sell patents at as low as 50,000 rupees. Technology transfer at 50,000. So we have been really considering the industry. The challenge is sometimes we are not considering the industry and we are very selfish. That's the whole problem. And you don't give exclusive right, you give non-exclusive rights to the small companies so that they can take the design pay it forward. It's not easy. Your patent is only 5%.
Station of design, and how can it be extended?
I don't have the right, Shruti, maybe my next colleague will be able to tell that answer now.
Yes, and
Design, I think the patents are for 10 years for international, but design registrations, I'm not really sure how many years that is. Somehow it's missing my memory. Yeah.
Okay, sir. So we have one more question from how different is commercializing a registered design from a patent commercialization?
In fact, both of them are same. We said that the whole form is a being on the, on the window. So, technically, because we have the bracket also, they might take it. Otherwise, they would have agreed for this. For patent, of course, for the patent, you have this wonderful, greenhouse effect. There are two polycarbonate shells. It's a double-walled, transparent shell, and that shell has got a rounded shape, so the sunlight can come from all sides. And it has an optimized cooking tray for high heat. This is a tray. In fact, colleagues, I must tell you, the success came because of the tray in the oven. The greenhouse effect improves inside, but if you don't have a tray which can, take all the heat, so 40% conduction is still 30% conduction. That conduction tray, we have to make clear drawings, show all the specifications to get the patent for this, and the air gap tiny because it was not just a glass box. It was there was a involvement of how the gap was given in the greenhouse, how the polycarbonate makes this flanges or black flanges. That brings me to my fourth C, which is the check. Again, colleagues, a very very interesting thing. When you say check, you have come up with some insights, so you have a checklist with you. When you make ideas, products, and systems, you will go back to see whether you are really satisfying all those aspects. That's why we call this check. And but actually, it is creating a party.
जिसको उपयोग जो है हमारे जो शक्त और वृद्ध लोग हैं वो करते हैं, लेकिन इस पालकी को कैरी करने वाले वोटर्स की बहुत सी परेशानियां हैं, क्योंकि उसका पालकी का वजन काफ़ी होता है और 13 किलोमीटर के इस ट्रैक पे उसको लेकर के जाना एक काफ़ी पेनफुल मैं कहूँगा कि काम है, जिसको
This is the prototype we built in our own product development cell in IT Bombay. It's a very expert vendor because when you build prototypes in photography, you have
the economic studies, the biomechanics system where the load is coming. We found the shoulder and back were two areas where the lower back, two areas where load was very heavy, and we looked at how we can reduce that load by doing proper design.
The final design was lightweight and robust. We could reduce the weight to 34 kilos from around 50 to 54 kilos, and this made a large impact on the comfort of the voters.
Being concluded, and final solution is emerged is lightweight, ergonomically designed, safety aspects are there. They are all the designs are structurally validated.
I'm so happy to mention that I had to bring the extra money, but we also have to give them facilities. And this has been my childhood dream that I should do something for the voters, and I'm so happy that we could do it. And we also have a wonderful series, 400 palkis, 400 voters. Very very happy. There were some 400 voters, so we had to draw lottery to give the voters the palkis, and of course you can see this palki being used. So that's the project over here. Easy to wear helmet. The student is currently the head of the design program. It's Big School of Design in Mumbai, Mandar, Kale. So wonderful ideas we made from folding to open detailed colleagues. This is again a very very challenging project because once you make ideas, you also build models and build designs. So in this case, we built a letterbox for the country. We faked 100 letterboxes we made in stainless steel, Singha production and use the India Post going forward. So this very interestingly we have a design registration again. The shape, see what is the novelty. That was my first design, which is called the Sea Lion Look. Some of you would remember this, the look which started across the country, and L&T did huge amount of business. You will get the YouTube link to all my playlists. Please have a look, and please use them extensively to showcase how design can go forward. I would again greet my professors from my School of Design, my teachers, Professor A.G. Rao, Professor Atwankar, Professor Munshi, Professor Babad, Professor K.T.